kidding me, dude?
That's a crazy end, man. They gonna make me wait a week for that?
Goodness.
Okay.
All
right. So thoughts?
That was
Comments,
fucking,
concerns?
that was insane. I don't care.
fucking-
I don't even have words for it, bro. Because I didn't know where that was gonna go. I really did think he was gonna shoot Matt, but not like that. Matt protecting Kingpin.
I knew he wasn't gonna intentionally shoot Matt, but I thought, because it was crazy because they did the panning over it. It was like he looked at Vanessa and Matt. He looked at Fisk and Heather, and he looked at BB and the one dude. I forgot his
Daniel.
name. I'm like, is Daniel about to sacrifice himself for fucking Fisk? But I'm like, he's way too far for that shit. So there's no way. So it was I felt like it was either gonna be Vanessa or Fisk. Like, it was no in between. And I felt like,
but now I almost kind of wonder, like, is he only going after Fisk because of the move to Gen Pop, or is it for everything that Fisk has done? Because it kind of seems like, I mean, it does kind of seem out of left field for him to do that. I mean, we know Vanessa now is the one that hired him to kill Foggy, but like, why would he go after Kingpin if
He probably don't know. He probably don't know it was Vanessa.
I mean, I guess that is true. And she could have. She didn't have to meet him.
yeah,
She could have contacted him as
somebody
Kingpin,
that contacted him. That
That's a good. Okay, that's a good point.
I don't know, like the whole making sense of everything, like overall, like it is a lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot.
It's something that
explained.
I'm interested to see how they wrap up, because it is like there's definitely ways they can wrap it up. Like, it's not like as messy as it sounds, but it also is just like, damn, like what is the fallout going to be from all of it? Like, obviously that's not something we're going to see next episode. It's going to be next season probably. But
I don't know. How you feeling about it, Damon?
I fucked with it, man.
That was a tough episode. It was a tough episode.
That dynamic of it being Vanessa, now we don't know. Like, it's gonna be a crazy.
We don't know her motives. Like,
yeah,
what-
we don't know her motives.
I mean, you kind of
kind of seen it build up.
She doing her own thing.
Yeah, we've kind of seen it like build up towards the season, like as the season progressed. I don't know how Kingpin is gonna react to this. Like, I don't know, he gonna be like, yo, Vanessa, why the fuck somebody try to kill me? Like, you got answers. Like, and Matt taking a bullet for me. Like, if I'm him, if I'm in his shoes, I'm like, yo, Matt taking a bullet for me. Something insane is going on. Like, something wild is going on. So, I'm excited.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like I can't think of the word that I would use for what Matt just did, but I feel like that's like Matt's selfishness. Like, he wants to be the one to take Kingpin down.
I was about to say,
he
I
wanna give
don't think
Bullseye-
he's saving Kingpin.
Yeah,
by
like
any means.
I think like to me it felt like a selfish move where it's like he doesn't want to give Kingpin the easy way out, because like that bullet would have killed Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like, he would have died. Like, he don't want to give Kingpin that easy way out of, okay, death. You get to escape all your crimes and your death.
Yeah, you gotta think of the look. He just visit him in prison, and then he breaks out and kills Kingpin. That's a crazy look on Matt. So, I mean, I understand from his point of view. I understand, but
There's a lot going on in terms of everything. I didn't predict Vanessa would be the one behind Foggy's death because it's just been so long since the episode. I'm just not thinking about it because I thought they moved on from it. I thought it was gonna be something completely different, but obviously, like I said, you cannot trust her. She was not trustworthy. Like, something was underlined in there. She did something.
Yeah.
And it's like something had to happen, because you got to think when Foggy got shot, and then they said it was a year later, and then that's when Fisk comes back. So I was like, at that time,
What happened in that
was the head honcho or whatever, and then like from there, it seemed like her business blossomed because Daredevil was not around for that year. The year time he was not around, he didn't put.
There was nobody to stop her.
Exactly. So she was basically doing whatever she wanted with little to no resistance, and that's when White Tiger started becoming more prominent, but he was not really as, I guess,
He wasn't
as
really going after the
dangerous
big
as
names.
Daredevil.
Yeah, he was
Exactly.
more so like literally like just saving people that needed help. He wasn't going after like criminals.
exactly.
yeah,
Or, like,
Daredevil
big
got
names.
he got 2 feet. He got 2 sides to it.
Yeah, because he's
Matt
actually
and-
inside of the
yeah,
crime
so
like
he-
side. Yeah. So like I definitely understand where they went with that and how they going about it, because like Daredevil being like the main vigilante of New York City is going to be the biggest threat to them. So therefore, if he's out of the picture unintentionally, because obviously they think, all right, we kill Foggy. Daredevil stops putting on the suit. It was like, we kill Foggy because we want to protect this case that he has built up against somebody, and it's like maybe they go revisit that case.
That's what I really want to see. Is I want to see
we don't really know the details.
what the
of that
overarching
case.
detail of that is, that it was so important to kill Foggy. Like, if they knew that Foggy was going to win that case, what was, because they give you some details in that first episode, but it wasn't enough
It
to
was
like
so vague,
put
it
anything
was
together.
hard,
So now
yeah.
it's like that's really the main question I have now, is just that how important was it that it would have affected Vanessa's business
Exactly.
to the point where she needed to kill him, and like, but she also knew she knew who Matt was. She knew who Foggy was.
Yeah, she knew. She
from the
knows
Netflix
that.
show.
Yeah,
So like, I
exactly.
mean, like, she also had to have known what she was getting herself into if she did that.
Yeah, but she probably thinking that like, all right, well, it's out of my hands because Daredevil hasn't come after me yet, and he hasn't put the pieces together because he's been grieving for so long. And like he's still in the process. We're not going to see him again. Yeah, he's still in the process of grief, and that's really what this whole episode is about. Is like he's still processing his grief. So like as long as it's taken, he's trying to find answers. Now that he's finding these answers, it comes at the expense of doing things that he has not ever done before. And like even if he intentionally or unintentionally got Poindexter out, because it seems like it's more unintentional that like, all right, well, you injured me, now you put me in a position where I can actually get checked out by doctors, and like I'm around needles, syringes, this, that. Like,
I almost kind of wonder if Poindexter was smart enough to antagonize Matt to make him react.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's
like, I think that's more so what it is. Like you know, like I mean, Matt definitely unintentionally did it, but I think Poindexter definitely was. That's why he gave that whole monologue about saving your enemies, and he knew Matt isn't in the position to have a good enough side of him to protect somebody that hurt him like that.
That's why I asked, like, yo, y'all do that?
He did it on some real unintentional. Like, all right, I'm doing this because.
And I'm pretty sure Poindexter, when he was in the FBI in the Netflix show, was like big in like the psych part of it. So like he understands how like the mind works and shit like that. So I mean that's a pretty interesting, and like now I can't just imagine what this finale is gonna be like. I mean,
me neither, because like it's so many. I feel like it's so many things to wrap up. You got to kind of like. I think you kind of got to put a lot of things into the second season. Mainly that foggy like.
Yeah, I feel like whatever that case is has to be put on the back burner. Yeah. I think because we got to see like Matt surviving a shot to the chest. Like I don't know how you're gonna wing that one.
I mean, they had a bit of collapse on when he survived. So
that's a true point. That
shit
point.
felt like he fell, like he just fell, bumped his shoulder. Like,
yeah. Because like he got shot. Obviously, we have the task force. Like we see that Poindexter's there, and they all like none of them shooting back is crazy. He didn't have no cover, no armor. They was all aiming at him.
Please don't shoot us.
Like I swear to God, I'll put this shit on him, bro. He better put that shit down. Or I swear to God, if he shoot Fisk,
he shot one bullet out of his sniper rifle. Got mad, he missed. Like,
like if I could just get up there, I would see him.
Like,
I swear to God,
my shit can't reach that far.
Like, if I shoot, I miss. Like, what's gonna happen? You just miss. Like, there's nobody up there besides him.
Yeah, dude, that shit was like, I was like, the fact they all aiming at him and nothing like that. And then, like I said, you just gotta see now. It's like, then like we gotta see Matt recover, put the Daredevil suit on.
Well,
is he going after Kingpin? Is he going after Poindexter? Like,
now my only thing for that would be this. Now y'all seen when they was like whispering, like yo, like he'll tell you it'd be consequences. What if they thought that was a task force person that shot him? That's why they ain't shoot back. They were like, oh, okay, we just gonna evacuate now. Like,
well, no, but they told the task force that Poindexter was coming.
Oh yeah, because what's the call?
Oh yeah.
Remember when Cashman came up to him, he was like, listen, he's like, I alerted the task force.
Yeah, because he said security was alerted.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's crazy.
They all reacted in the right way, but none of them shot back.
That was on some real life thing that we seen last year.
Yeah, basically.
Like they're really painting the same exact picture. But obviously we still got Punisher's reemergence coming in the finale. We seen the trailer where
it's like what's gonna bring him out?
Heather's apartment and it's dark, and you know they're fighting. Daredevil's fighting a task force with Punisher, and then they jumping out the window. Like that was.
And that's why I'm confused because it's like damn, like what is gonna make him finally come out? Like is it Matt getting hurt?
I think it's definitely. I think it's definitely gonna be Matt getting hurt, and then I think he's gonna even.
Or is he just mad at the task force because you heard them? They said that the task force is hurting civilians now. Mm-hmm. We just saw it too.
Yeah.
Obviously, Punisher already said that fanboys using his message for the wrong reason, stuff like that. So like, is he finally just gonna like realize that these cops are abusing his power, you know, that he has, and be like, okay, like nah, like I can't keep letting y'all do this.
I do think I got a weird prediction, but I think Karen's gonna be involved in him getting involved.
No, I don't think that's weird at all. I think that actually
getting involved. I think she's gonna. He's gonna be in the hospital hurt, recovering. Karen's gonna come, and then Karen's gonna see that he's hurt and get in contact with him. And
because we already know that obviously Daredevil said that you know you could help people if you actually like went after bad guys instead of just doing your own agenda. Mm-hmm. So it's like Karen. I mean, that's actually a pretty good one because I feel like there's a strange lack of Karen in this. Like I didn't expect Karen to be a full-time character.
Yeah.
But like, damn, she was in an episode and a half.
Yeah, but I think so like I can see a situation where like she comes up to the hospital. Matt tells her that he knows who ordered the hit on Foggy, and she's at the point where like, she like it's not that she doesn't care. It's like she's
moved past it.
She's moved on, but then he tells him like everything that's going on and like how Poindexter's out and all this and like it's dangerous. His life's at risk. Has his life at risk. Everybody's at risk. He's too Fisk is too dangerous.
Everybody at risk if Poindexter's out.
And then she's the one person I feel like that has a way to contact.
And can actually get through to him at that.
Like, I think she's the only person that has contact with Punisher.
I feel like that would make sense too. Like that'd be like a cool little character to see like in a finale too.
Mm-hmm. She has to come back. I mean,
yeah.
with the writers being the writers from the first 8 and 9, it's like Karen was such a prominent role in the Netflix series. So it's like if she's not,
I'd be shocked.
I would be very shocked. But I don't know. I thought it was a great episode.
I did. This was definitely a great episode. This definitely does exactly what it is. I think this to me had the best visuals of any episode so far. I think the visuals in this episode, the whole show's been shot really well, but the visuals in this one were insane.
It brought you back to episode 1 when they were showing like how he was like how he interpreted like the sounds around him and like different situations.
Yeah, I heard Damon make a comment like that scene where they were showing like Poindexter like zooming into the crowd and like you're hearing Daredevil like listen to the noise and everybody's blurring out around him and it's just focused on like the main people. Like bro, like that shit is crazy. Like all the shots showing like the filter turn to blue whenever Bullseye does something and like the red at the end. Obviously seeing we finally get red lighting and it's as it looks like Daredevil's about to die.
Yep.
And Fisk being blinded by white light when the spotlight comes on. Like, I just love stuff like that.
I could see the next episode starting off like Matt recovering. He don't really tell nobody that he's out. He just come out as Daredevil and just
on some crazy shit.
Yeah, on some crazy shit. Just straight.
I think Heather finds out that he's Daredevil next episode.
I think she has to. I think she's gonna ask him what was all that was about. He's just gonna come clean. Yeah, and I think that's a part of his grief as well. Is like accepting like who he is. And that he tried to do the right thing. He just unfortunately was in the wrong.
And now he fully has to embrace being Daredevil.
Because it literally was like he got pulled away from the whole like Foggy thing and was like supposed to go help the buddy, whatever the dude name was. And then Poindexter is actually at Josie's, so he has to come back and fight Poindexter. It was like he feels like he failed because he wasn't there to protect his friends, but it's like his friends probably should have been just chilling outside the bar at the same time. And obviously, like when I think they threw a smoke at first, and then he got shot. So it was like
it was like a whole like ambush thing because the dude called Foggy panic, and Matt went to check on him, and then that's when
he calmed down and was like, "I'm sorry." So it's like clearly that they got to that guy. Yeah, that Foggy was. Because
like you hear him like scream at the end, and then like the phone hangs up, and that's like when Matt's like, "No, like I got it, like I'll go," and like Foggy and Karen were already outside, and then he throws the smoke, and then he snipes Foggy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think overall. This episode was like really, really good. Yeah. Everything was good.
And I'm not going to go into the finale with any expectations because I don't want to ruin it for myself. Because I haven't had any expectations for the whole season, realistically. I kind of just go episode by episode. So I'm just going to go into next week hoping to see something cool. Like I guess
I'm just hoping we see Daredevil for 50 minutes.
And if they give me a little bit of Punisher, then I'm not mad either.
As soon as he come on, I'm gonna just pull my gun out like these, like Jabberant, like these. Like,
I'm not gonna be here.
Yes, all that. Well, next week, this, that, and the third.
No, you're not gonna be
here. This, that, and the third.
Bro.
All that.
Okay, so listen, what you gonna do is you gonna put a T-shirt, a Punisher T-shirt on this chair.
I'm gonna lay it out. Yo, y'all support us too? Like, nah, bro, we don't. But thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate our support. This has been a really, really fun episode to record. So next week, hopefully, we get a chance to record a finale for you guys. We appreciate you guys, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you like what you heard today. We'll see you guys on the next one.